what is happening in most of our this grade 9. The Ministry of Education is trying very hard, but they cannot try very hard in the absence of the parents. You see that most of our grade 9, some people will come with aggregate 30-something, and parents will still see those kids to be trying. Whereas in Ghana, if you get aggregate 30-something, nobody knows that you did grade 9 exams. And
do you have problem with standards?
Yes, we have problem with standard, but the Ministry of Education, I should confess this here today, that I commend them, most especially under the leadership of Fatula Menfai. She's a Honorable Fatula Menfai. She's a very hard-working woman, and the PS I respect. And one of the guys I respect much is Mohamed Diallo, the Director of Planning. He was the first one who gave me the go-ahead with education, because when I saw my certificate to most of them, they said, no, if you start school, you will soon leave it and go to these Nigerian banks and start working. I said, no, I want to start school and I'll continue with it. They said, no. So Mohammed has to drive his car, came to Willingara where I was going to start the school, checked the whole place, and he was satisfied. And as a Gambian, I have an envelope I wanted to give him. He said, no, I'm doing my own job.
That is what they call the golden handshake.
Yes. He said,
he never took it.
Yes, he said, no, I'm doing my own job, so you need not give me anything. And he means it. And a year, 2 years after, I told him I got a land at Bruceby, which is 100 by 100 meters square. He said, how will you develop it? I said, I will develop it. And now if you get there, you'll be very happy. Because I have not developed it fully, because I don't have all what it takes to develop it now. And I'm praying hard and trusting God that here against next year, I would have finished with most of these things, because now I'm building a story building which will house about 10 classrooms and 4 offices right now.
Yeah, you've been supported in this project, education project? Or is it an individual undertaking?
It's an individual undertaking. I started the whole idea, but now I have like a lot of people who are supporting now the project. Most of these people are not rich. Some of them are just colleagues in the university. So they don't have much money, but they do sacrifice part of their salaries, sending it to me here to help, aid some of the things that I'm doing here.
Because they are impressed with what you are doing.
Exactly, and that was what motivated a lot of them, because in my this inauguration, 65 people came from different countries. They had to come and see what I'm doing in the Gambia here.
What's your academic background?
Well, my academic, I just have first degree. I have a degree in theology, major in education administration.
Is there the danger that at one point in life you may no longer be a pastor or a man of God as such, dedicated to the church and the ministry?
No, for ministry, that one is my blood. I love ministry, and when it comes to education, because ministry is all geared towards education, I like teaching. Teaching is part of me, even while at any given point in time, I always like to teach. So,
yeah, well, I'm asking this question. When you grow into a big engineer, multi-million dollars or multi-million dollar, you become a big man. I'm wondering, probably that could affect your concentration as far as God and religion is concerned.
To me, I see it in a different perspective, in the sense that, like this one I told you, I'm in partnership with Belgium. I'm not too much into the engineering, because I don't have any engineering background. But we have the right people to take care of this. And there's a guy from Belgium who is already here, who is taking care of all these things. All that I do is that when they are to sign some of these sensitive checks, I have to be there to sign it.
To sign them?
Yes, because over the years, the experience is that sometime when we start these kind of things and everything is with these foreigners, they can easily dodge away with a huge money, and the Gambia will lose everything. So I don't want to run into that. So I sign most of the checks.
You're fully in control, huh?
Yes. When it comes to finance, I don't know much about finance, but I have to sign, and I have to know where the money is going. Yes. To make sure that we have a good year for our country.
For our country. What is your fear as a religious man? What do you fear most about yourself and about society at large? Yeah,
in the Gambia here, what I fear most is that people don't support vision. Yeah, apart from what now we've seen with our leader, helping people to really catch vision and be able to help. I was just talking with a German businessman quite recent in my inauguration. He said the whole world is going through this financial crisis, but German never experienced it. I said, why? He said the reason why is because of these small businesses that people are doing. With this small business, you have control over it. You can employ a lot of Gambians and be able to change their life. But like in the Gambia, when you want to start something, like when I came and I was telling them that I want to start school, they say, how will you start school? You came back 2008 March, you got married 2008 June 7, and now you kickstart the project. How are you going to pay your teachers? How are you going to handle this? I said, no.
Yeah, these are genuine questions.
These are genuine questions. But then if they are only genuine questions to help you, then that is another thing. But if they are genuine questions
to discourage you,
then it may not be genuine in one sense.
Let me just say this. Somebody else told me, he said, look, they spot some potential in you just as an ordinary citizen. Everybody will flock around you to nurture that potential to go into something so that the nation can benefit.
Yes.
They said the Gambia, they see such potential in you, they try to
kill it. That is it. If I was to start...
Is that true?
Yes. I've experienced it a lot. If I was to start some of these things in Ghana, by now I would have been somewhere. But then, one thing I always advise myself and motivate myself is that, now if I studied in Ghana, Ghanaians will benefit. But if I studied in the Gambia, Gambians will benefit. Now, looking at this, I have good relationship with a lot of Ghanaians. Now they are coming to support the project here. Even though it might be hard now, but a lot of Gambians are already impressed. Most of my colleagues that I studied together with in Ghana, a lot of them are here. Those who were sent by government and some of these private, they are all back. But for now, they are all impressed about me and what I'm doing. So some of them are supporting, not with physical cash, but they always call me once in a while and tell me, yes, you are doing well and we are behind you.
Well, the time is not really on our side. But as a religious person, when you sit and see people, and you know that compassion is no longer an overriding character inside people, when you know that being a brother's keeper is no longer the order of the day, does that strike any amount of fear in you that society may be on the path of moral decadence?
Yes, that is a very good question. And that is what I'm doing with my family, because you cannot go teach people outside without teaching your own family. I have a daughter and a son. And my wife, I always advise her, whether I'm here in the country or not, she has to take care of the kids. And normally, I don't travel for more than 2 weeks. Since I came back in the Gambia, I never traveled for more than 2 weeks because my kids are young. And for somebody to see kids outside and talk about them, I have to make sure that my kids are also well disciplined, because if I'm talking about parental problem, I must also be a good parent.
Parent as well.
And that is one thing that everybody should hold in the Gambia here.
Pastor, when you pray on a daily basis, what do you ask for from God?
I ask for blessings for the Gambia. That is the first priority. I want to see Gambia to be like Singapore one day.
It's an honor having you on One-on-One, the exclusive.
Thank you.
If you're watching, that's the end of this episode. Many more episodes on your way, as I have told you. One-on-one, the exclusive, is back.